Hi everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Here on Shows Style and Spirit, I am Ebony, and I want to talk about streamer and rapper DDG, his latest petition to the court to allow to be in Italy while the mother of his child, his ex-girlfriend, Halle Bailey, will be filming a movie. He wants to be able to visit the baby in Italy, but I think he just wants to be a huge distraction. Now, before we get into the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. All right, so this is coming from the Jasmine brand, one of my favorite blogs. You all know that my top two faves are the Neighborhood Talk and the Jasmine brand. And the YouTuber House of Aaron is a writer for the Jasmine brand. So DDG is asking a judge for permission to visit Halo in Italy while Halle Bailey will be filming a movie. And I just think that it's bad news. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the caption from the Jasmine brand. So according to Billboard, the rapper filed a request to see Halo later this month, proposing that his mother supervise the visits. However, Bailey's lawyer, Jeremy Lane, opposed that idea, citing DDG's mom alleged history of enabling his behavior. Attorney Lane told the court the visits would only be acceptable if they were supervised by a professional monitor. I think like an unbiased third party would be appropriate. The judge agreed the request was reasonable, but said a professional monitor would be required. She also noted that if the visits are approved, DDG would be prohibited from posting about Halo on social media during that time. The couple has been in a legal battle since Bailey ever since Halle Bailey was granted temporary sole custody of Halo during their custody battle, and a restraining order against DDG in May after accusing him of abuse. And of course, he denies the allegations. So, sometimes you hear about when people break up and there's a baby involved, sometimes you'll hear the woman say, he won't even really text or call about the baby, or he'll have me thinking that he wants to talk about the child. But when he gets me on the phone, he's just trying to get back with me. He's trying to convince me that we should be back together. And I only want to discuss the children with him. That comes to mind when I think of DDG trying to go to Italy. I also think about drama, especially sometimes you hear about when a woman moves on, then the dad suddenly shows up, I want to see my kids. And he'll be standing outside in the middle of the yard saying he wants to see his children because she has moved on. So he's trying to, create a distraction, trying to stress her out. And I feel like that's what DDG would do if he was able to see the baby in Italy. And this is why, you have to be so careful who you have children with, because if they cannot truly afford to have a child, if they seem a little unstable, immature, or if their parents enable any negative behavior, that is something that you're going to have to deal with for at least 18 years. I know a lot of people say, oh, a person is grown at 18. I personally do not believe that at all. As someone who went to college at the age of 18, you still need your parents, even if it's still just for emotional support. But my parents, they paid my phone bill. They put money in the checking account so that I could swipe my card for groceries at the grocery store up at Michigan State. And they bought my books every semester. They moved me in and out of the dorms each year. So, I mean, you still need your parents, or even if it's, something, a new adult experience has happened. Oh, I got into a car accident, mom, what do I do? Like, you still need that guidance. So I say you have to deal with this person for at least 18 years. And this is a shame, because I would hate to see her getting into drama while she's filming a movie in Italy. You don't want to get arrested in a foreign jail. And that goes for him as well as DDG. Just ask Brittany Griner, Chris Brown, the charges that he's up against. And is it London? You just don't want to have to be up under the laws and law enforcement in another country. And I could see DDG trying to stir up drama with Halle to try and get her mind all fluttered, and then she could forget her lines or show up to set late or upset. And she just doesn't need that drama. I'm sure filming the movie will be like 2, 3 months, but I know that that's a long time to go without seeing your kid, but it's just because he just seems so immature. But if he comes to Italy, definitely have a third party who's unbiased to monitor the visits. Then Halle can be relaxed so she can focus on her filming. Because I really think that it's not so much about the kid as much as it is to aggravate Halle. And I could be wrong, I could be, thinking really, have really low expectations for DDG, but that is my guess. But, he's cooked up this whole plan. I want to visit my kid in Italy while she's there working, and I want my mom there too to monitor. So if he gets into it with Halle, he already has backup with his mom. So what, they could double team her? I don't think so. So I think that having an unbiased third party to monitor the visits would be appropriate. I think it should be an American who will already know the language, will already be used to American romantic relationships not working out. And they can just totally monitor that and keep everything under control. And I just hope that it works out because I know she's filming. She is a good actress. I saw her in The Little Mermaid and The Color Purple, the reimagined Color Purple. So I want this to work out. She needs to generate income to provide for her and her son. I also feel like, because when women get child support, this is just my opinion. I don't have any kids. Ideally, you would want to not depend on that child support, because then ultimately you're depending on that man who's not your partner. It's not like you all own a house together and both of your incomes goes towards the mortgage and the utilities, insurance, groceries, etc. If it's child support, you never know if that could one day stop between the kid turning 18 and if the dad just can't make those payments anymore. So ideally, you want to be independent and provide for you and your kid, and that child support is just extra money. But what do you all think about him petitioning the court? It sounds like the professional monitor would be required. So the judge is not going to let the mom do it. The judge isn't stupid. So, and he cannot post about the kid on social media. So at least that kind of gags, controls any immature, annoying behavior online. So I think that that's good. But what do you all think about this? I definitely thank you all for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And definitely check out my video on Carlos King's interview with Angela Oakley, where she exposes Phaedra as the person who sent a man to approach her about her husband. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.